Alright, so in the past video, we went ahead and we created the master template and we created the view, which is simply the index view in here. And now I want to go ahead and I want to create the model. And I want to also create the table, and let's go from there. Alright, so to create a model, we simply need to go ahead to our terminal in here. I'm going to go PHP Spark make model, and then the model name, which will be actually blog. Alright, so that's basically it. Alright, so I'm just gonna press enter like that. Alright, so the model now is created. So if we go to models in here, you're gonna see the blog model. So here is the table name. Here is also the primary key. Here is a bunch of other things about this model, but we care about the most is the template. Sorry, it's the table name in here and the allowed fields, which are the columns for this table. And we only have two columns in here. This is a simple project, so we only have the title and the content. Alright, so I'm just gonna go for title and simply content in here like that, and simply save. And now let's create this table. So let me open up my PHP my admin here. Alright, so this is actually gonna take a second. So once we're creating, until this simply opens up, I wanna create a new controller for this, dedicated for this. So I'm simply gonna go, or we can actually go and do the whole logic right in the home, right inside the home controller. Right? What do you think? Can actually, yeah, we can do it right in the home controller. That's fine. All right, so I did not even create the database just yet. So let me go right in there and let me go CI-CRUD, which is my database. So let me create this. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead. Actually, I'm gonna go to my .env file in here. I'm gonna connect my database to this project. I'm gonna simply decomment those. So these are simply the credentials for the database, the host name, the database, and this is the database name which we just created, and this is simply CI-CRUD like that. The username is route and the password. Actually, I do not have a password for PHP my admin, so if you have one, just put it right there. All right, so save everything now. Now let's go ahead and actually work with this. So I'm gonna go right in there. I'm gonna change this. I'm gonna create a new table. I'm gonna name it blogs like that. So we're gonna have like maybe 4 columns in here. All right, so we're gonna go create like that. So this is gonna create our table. This will allow us to create our table, and here there is simply the ID, and the ID is going to be an integer. It's going to be 10. This is going to be an auto increment, and the index is going to be primary. And I want to go ahead and I want to pick up the title right in here, and this will be a varchar, will be 200. All right, and I have the content in here, which is typically going to be a type of text, and it will not have any value, right? Because it's already going to be too big. And right here, I'm just going to go create it _@ like that, and this will be timestamp. This will be a current timestamp like that, and I also will have another column in here. I'm gonna name this updated at, and I will simply make this timestamp, and I'm gonna give it current timestamp, so it will insert the current time. All right, so simply go ahead and create this table, and now the table is created, and we want to go ahead right now, and we want to go to the home, and I want to simply use this model. So I'm gonna go use app/models/blog like that. I'm gonna create a function in here which will allow me to simply grab data. All right, so I'm gonna go public function, and I'm gonna simply I'm gonna choose a name of all blogs. All right, you can name this whatever that you like, and simply let's go ahead right in there, and I'm gonna go ahead and create this function. So I'm gonna create an object from the model first. I'm gonna create an object blog. from this model that I just extended to simply have access to the data inside the model, right? So I can manipulate it. So I'm gonna go right after I created the object, I'm gonna go simply and create blogs variable here. I'm gonna go for the blog um, object in here. I'm gonna use the find all function, which will give me access to all the data inside this table. All right, inside this table that's related to this blog in here. All right, right after this, I'm gonna go return view. All right, and or actually, yeah, why don't we just cut this whole code and put it right there? All right, and we already have access to the index right in here. All right, so there's no need for this function, so just comment it like that. I'm gonna copy this part in here, and right inside the view, I'm gonna use the compact function, which will allow me to pass data to this view. So we need to pass the data for it so we can actually use it. So now go right in here, right above this div, and let's create a for each like that so we can actually loop through all the data. So I'm gonna go all logs as log in here. So this will actually allow me to have access to the block in here. So I will have access to every instance out there inside the table as an instance of an object. So I'm gonna go in here. I'm gonna go title like that, and let's copy this part. Let's go in here and let's simply display the content right in there. All right, so right after this, I'm just gonna go ahead. I'm gonna go PHP and for each like that. All right, so this is basically it. Let's save everything now. Let's go ahead in here and just refresh this. All right, so it's refusing to connect because I need to simply start the server. All right, so PHP Spark serve. All right, so it's telling me undefined variable, all blogs. So I passed in the wrong variable in here. All right, so it's actually blogs, not all blogs. Save. Now let's go ahead and refresh this. All right, so it's not grabbing anything in here because we did not even insert any kind of data. So let's insert this real quick manually. I'm gonna go first blog like that, and let me just grab some kind of fake text to install this extension right in there, which is corporate epsom. It will give you access to fake text right there. All right, so let's create actually another blog. So I'm gonna go second blog. I'm gonna paste the same fake text in here. So I'm gonna click go. All right, so let's refresh this now. So it's telling me attempt to read property title and array. So this is actually an array right now. It's not an object. So this is a problem in here. So let's go for a title like this, and let's go in here and simply go for a content like that. All right, so save this now. Let's go ahead and here and refresh. All right, so now we got our own data right there. So yeah, this is basically it. All right, so to recap, we created our model, we inserted some data, we created a table, and we simply put the logic right in there. We passed in the data through the compact function, and then we looped through everything in here. All right, using the for each. All right, so this was quite simple, and yeah, that's basically it. In the next video, we should go ahead and we should insert the data. So this is it, and I will see you in the next video.